and welcome back. Today I am going to be doing another video in my series of what I bought this month for my acne prone skin, because I've bought quite a few new things that have really been helping me out and I wanted to share them with you. If you haven't been here before, then welcome. My name's Sarah. I make videos every single week here on YouTube and I have had quite the journey with acne. My skin has gone from being super inflamed and broken out, and today, don't get me wrong, I still break out from time to time like I am here, but for the most part my skin has been really great for the last couple of years. So anything that I'm learning along the way I want to share with you in case you are also going through the same thing. So like I said, I've got lots of new things to show you. The first being from a brand that I've heard of for quite some time. In fact, actually my sister-in-law had bought this exact product and told me how well it had been helping not only her skin but also her hair as well. So when this brand got in touch with me, I almost bit their arm off because I was dying to try a couple of their products. So very kindly, Lily Silk have offered to sponsor this little part of the video and also send me some of their products, which if you haven't heard of Lily Silk before, they make really premium quality silk, mulberry silk, and it is beautiful and smooth and does amazing things for your hair and skin. So the silk products that they have very kindly sent me, first of all, is their pillowcases, and they've sent me their mulberry pillowcase in white, which as you can see here is beautiful and smooth. And some of you might be thinking, how is this going to help your acne prone skin? Well, firstly, it is not just great for your skin, it is also great for your hair, as I just mentioned, and it's mostly due to the same thing, which is it doesn't tug or pull on your skin. So if you are sleeping on your pillowcase like you would do every night, lots of the time it can cause premature aging. Your skin can kind of get a bit irritated, particularly if you're like, I don't know, feeling like the material is quite abrasive on your skin. I know I used to have such trouble sleeping on different sides of my face depending on where I was most broken out, but I've actually been sleeping on this lovely silk pillowcase for a week now, and honestly my skin feels so smooth when I wake up. And also I'm finding that, you know, the sort of like crow's feet, are they called crow's feet? You know, like the little lines around your eyes. If you're also in your 30s, I'm sure you can relate. I get them quite a bit around my eyes, especially when it's dry and it's coming into winter like it is. I find that when I wake up from sleeping on the silk pillowcase, like these are just not so defined anymore. They just feel a lot kind of like shallower. And I don't know if it is because I've been scrunching up my face as I'm sleeping. I have no idea, but I'm definitely noticing some sort of difference around here. In terms of my acne prone skin, it also is such a relief to know that I'm sleeping on something that isn't aggravating my skin. It's also great if you have got those really painful inflamed cysts, like I've got one here at the moment. It doesn't feel like it's tugging on it at all. Like when I'm sleeping, I'm not finding that anything's kind of getting caught on there, which sometimes does happen when I'm using my kind of cotton-based regular pillowcases. I just find this is such a nice experience to sleep on. And even if it wasn't doing me any favors, it is such a lovely sleep. And I think I've mentioned this time and time again, but sleep is so connected to my skin. I've talked about this a lot in some of my videos where I'm talking about tracking my skin. I have a skin story journal which I launched this year, and it is a tool to enable me and you, if you want to get one as well, to find your acne triggers. And I have a whole sleep tracker in there because I have found that sleep, particularly like good quality sleep, really does help my skin. Like when I've had a bad night's sleep, you can see it on my face, trust me. So once I got on the Lily Silk website and obviously was picking out a pillowcase, which I was so excited to do and so grateful because like I said, my sister-in-law also said the same things, that she really enjoys sleeping on the silk pillowcase and it's done her a lot of favors when it comes to the inflammation of her skin. She also deals with some acne. But not only that, I then went on and saw that they do a lot of other silk products, which I thought would be so great to share with you right now, because one is a face mask. And I don't know about you, but maskne, as it's been termed, is seriously an issue for me at the moment. I haven't found it to be so much because I was quarantining for 2 weeks when I got home from being abroad in Greece. But I went on the tube this week and I was on the train for probably about an hour, and honestly when I got off my skin felt horrible, and I really do believe that being on the tube for an hour there and an hour back has definitely contributed to my breakouts. Let me show you a close up. And I honestly wish I had taken my silk face mask with me, but I was actually saving it for this video so I could show you when it was nice and new and not kind of covered in SPF and all sorts. But as you can see, it is this beautiful black face mask, which is so perfect and so smooth if you have irritated skin of any kind, because this is so soft and gentle. What I also find is a really great idea to do with these silk face masks particularly if you're worried in terms of how safe and effective they are. I know that there has been some sort of talk about different materials being particularly safe and some not being so. What I am planning to do with the silk face mask, which I think is perfectly adequate if I'm going, you know, into somewhere where there's not a lot of people. But for example, when I'm going on the tube, I don't know if, you know, these kind of cotton or silk material face masks are that efficient. I don't know, I just heard some data around this maybe not being particularly safe or effective. So what I'm going to actually do is use this as a lining. So this is actually what I will wear first. And if I need a more kind of heavy duty mask, I will then wear that over the top of this one. So my skin is safe and protected by the silk, and then also I am protected as well from, you know, the germs. I actually love to know in the comments if you've experienced any kind of maskne, as we're terming it, acne from wearing a mask. I think it's a real thing because I've noticed that if anything's abrasive on my face, it really does cause spots. For one, like exfoliating, ever since I ruled out exfoliating, my skin really improved. I think for such a long time I was exfoliating like twice a day, and all I was doing really was aggravating anything that was a block pore, and it would just turn into a cyst. So I totally understand why, if you are in a workplace or you are somebody that has to wear a mask quite a lot, I know it is a struggle if you are also acne prone. So yeah, a silk face mask, even if it's just the lining underneath the other material, could be such a great shout for you. The next product that they sent me is actually these scrunchies, and I've got them in these 3 beautiful colors. I believe they come in a pack of 3. So I've got the green, the white, and like a, I don't know what I've described this color as, like a taupey gold. But these 3 are such beautiful colors, and I am such a scrunchie wearer. I, for the longest time, would never be seen in public wearing a scrunchie, and it is purely down to an episode of Sex and the City. If anybody is old enough to remember Sex and the City like me, I used to religiously watch this. And I remember there was an episode where Carrie basically completely rinsed somebody for wearing a scrunchie outside, and basically said they should only be worn at home when you're washing your face. I disagree. I like to wear a scrunchie a lot at the moment. And the reason I really like them is actually because they are protecting my hair. If you also have, you know, long hair that you can tie back, I'm sure you can appreciate that lots of hairbands and, you know, bows and things to tie your hair back can actually really kind of cause some snagging on your hair. My hair is bleached, and so it is very vulnerable to like snapping and just being really damaged, I guess. So the concept of having these silk scrunchies is great because it means I can wear my hair up and not cause any damage. And I always wear my hair on a top knot before I go to sleep, mainly because I want to protect my face from my hair. I believe if I've been outside all day, or, you know, products in my hair, I don't want them kind of, you know, rubbing on my face in the night and causing any kind of inflammation, acne, or irritation of any kind, really. So wearing my hair up is super important before I go to bed, and I think that these scrunchies are the perfect answer to this. They are really, really great if you've got thick hair like me. They're very stretchy and can really hold up a lot of hair. And also, you know, they're just really lovely quality. So I am so happy about these. If you are also keen to get yourself a silk mask or pillowcase or scrunchie, or all 3, I will leave the Lily Silk website as a link down in the description box. They've also very kindly offered me a discount code to give you guys. So Perkins 12, I believe, is the code. I'll double check that and put that on screen. But yeah, if you enter that code at the checkout, you'll also be able to get yourself a discount. So next up is something that I needed to purchase for a long time. I don't know why I've put off doing so. I believe I was using kind of older products for a while, but I have now purchased some Latitude Care reusable cotton pads, and I love these things. For the longest time I had face halos, which I have like a very old face halo here, but I really needed some new ones, and I went onto Amazon and I saw that Latitude Care are doing a pack of 3 in this lovely little case, and so I thought I'd purchase these and try them out instead. So they're slightly bigger than the face halo ones, only slightly, I mean very marginally, but they are so soft and so lovely to use when you want to take your makeup off, or SPF, as I do at the end of the day. I just actually put some micellar water on there, the Garnier one, and then I take my makeup off. It works so well, and I so prefer using these to disposable cotton pads. Obviously it's so much better for the environment, but yeah, I really do think you need a pack of them because I tend to get through these quite quickly, but they're so easy to just chuck in the wash when you're doing your laundry, and then yeah, you just have a constant supply of them, and I keep them in this little bag that it came with. The other ones that usually are in this pack are now in the laundry. As I'm sure you know, if you have acne prone skin like me, taking your SPF and makeup off at the end of the day is crucial to, yeah, clearing your skin and just keeping your skin nice and healthy stopping any kind of premature aging. For example, if you don't take your SPF off or your makeup off before you go to bed, it can cause a lot of dryness and irritation, which contributes to premature aging, like I said, but also acne as well. Like blocked pores are basically the beginning of a breakout, let's be honest. So definitely remember to remove all that before the end of the day, which I'm sure you are already. I think that's like rule 101 if you have problematic skin. But it's good to be conscious of the environment as well, and to make sure that we're not adding to landfill with things that we don't need to. Reusable cotton pads are a really great way to just do your tiny little bit. Next up is a product that I've really been enjoying, and it is this Cetaphil Pro Moisturizing Night Cream. And the reason I'm enjoying this is because recently I have been flushing quite a lot. If you don't know what flushing is, it's essentially where your skin just gets really hot and red. And it's something that I used to have when I was on Roaccutane. Roaccutane is a really strong drug, which ultimately really helped to clear my skin. But one of the side effects was flushing and getting this really kind of hot red skin, which I actually haven't had for quite some time. I've been off Roaccutane for 3 years, I believe. Yeah, three years. Yes, I haven't had any flushing for quite some time, but recently over the last month I really have, and for no reason at all. It would just really kind of become quite red and uncomfortable. Most of the time I used to get this when I was really dehydrated. So I actually started to incorporate this moisturizer, which is essentially a sensitive skin prone to redness moisturizer that I actually bought thanks to a Dr. Dre recommendation. If you watch Dr. Dre's channel, then I'm sure you may know what I'm talking about. But she recommended this moisturizer. And if you haven't seen my video where I tried Dr. Dre's skincare routine for an entire 2 weeks, then I will link that in the description box, so go and check that out if you want to see like a full review of how I got on with this. But yeah, I've continued to use this. Every other night I'm using this one, alternating it with my CeraVe, and it's really helping to kind of reduce that redness and also just kind of give like a very kind of glowy, soothed complexion, particularly with things like dryness from tretinoin. It's doing a great job of combating that. And it comes with a little pump, which I really, really rate. So next up is a product I've spoken about a bit on my channel before, and it is probiotics. So these are my absolute favorite probiotics. They are called Megaspore, or Megaspore Biotic, I should say. I haven't even been saying it right. Megaspore Probiotic, and these are so helpful if you also have gut health issues like I do, particularly when it comes to bloating and just really kind of painful inflammation in your gut. I was actually recommended these by a naturopathic nutritionist who I'll be working with, so I do get these through her. I'm not sure that there is a link online where you can get these yourself, but if you're able to get your hands on these, they are honestly so helpful. I haven't found a probiotic that helps my bloating quite like these do. And like I say all the time on my channel, for me personally, I found such a link between my internal health and my skin. Gut health is so crucial to everything else that's going on in our body. So we really do need to take care of that. So anything that I can do or take to help that process along a little bit is always something that I'm going to be investing in. So this strain of probiotic might not be exactly what you need, but certainly look into it and see if you can find something that will help your gut and your skin too, if you're also struggling with the same issues I am. Since tracking my skin in my journal, I know I've said this time and time again, but I've just seen such a connection between my gut, my mind, and my skin. Like it all definitely feels very connected. So I really do try my best to look after my internal health as much as I do my actual skin with topical skincare. Next up, of course, has to be a CeraVe product, because we all know I'm obsessed with CeraVe, and it is this foaming cleanser. And again, I bought this off Dr. Dre's recommendation, and I have been using this, I mean, to be honest, on and off for the last month. I have got my Bioderma Sensibio gel cleanser, which is my all-time favorite. I don't really know when I use one over the other. I think I find that I use the CeraVe one if I've actually been wearing makeup as well. Like, it very rarely happens, but today I've got like a bit of bronzer on and a bit of blusher on, and I just find that this is like quite a nice experience. It really kind of lathers up a lot more than the Bioderma one. And yeah, I don't know, I really just enjoy the process of using this. It just kind of feels a little bit different, but still very much a clear gel cleanser that you kind of foam up. This is so much better than the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. I don't know if you remember me trying this, but yeah, it was an okay cleanser. It just really didn't agree with my skin. It almost felt like it was stinging my skin. It didn't feel like it was cleaning it that well. So yeah, I have never repurchased that. So I tried this instead, and it is so much better. If you haven't tried this, or you have tried the hydrating cleanser and didn't get on with it, this could be a really great alternative. It's perfect if you've got acne prone skin because it's super gentle, doesn't do any kind of irritation, has no fragrance, and even actually has ceramides, which are perfect for kind of rebuilding your skin's barrier. A lot of the time, if you're like me and acne prone, we've had a history of probably overly using acids, mainly so we can kind of clear out our pores and exfoliate. but ultimately that's just actually really kind of damaged our skin if we've been doing it for a long time. So this really helps to restore that. Love this product, really trust CeraVe with my skin. Yes, definitely check this out if you're also interested in a new cleanser. Also, not skincare related, but I'm absolutely obsessed with my new jumper. I love this little collar detail. It is so cute. It's on just like a very normal sweatshirt, if you can see. And you know, with us being at home all the time, particularly at the moment, I just live in kind of like joggers and sweatpants and loungewear basically, and I feel like this is such a lovely little upgrade or a nice little detail on what is a very comfortable loungewear style jumper. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link to this as well, because I know when I put it on Instagram so many of you loved it as well. And yeah, it's so cozy, so soft. It's from H&M, very affordable. But yeah, I'll leave that below too. If you're also trying to figure out what your acne triggers are, then I can so relate to this. I spent such a long time second guessing my skin, trying to work out if something was breaking me out, whether it be food, skincare, exercise, sleep. Like, I just couldn't really work it out. So that is exactly why I created the Skin Story Journal, so I could do all that tracking and see exactly for myself when something was breaking me out and what actually doesn't, what is actually potentially a myth, or it is something that breaks someone else out but not me. If you can relate to that, then I will leave a link to the Skin Story Journal, which could be something for you, a great tool to work out your acne triggers as well. And if you actually want to see what my triggers were this month, things that I kind of looked in my journal and discovered, then I will link that box on screen now. So definitely go and click that video and I will see you over there. Thanks guys.